A few moments later.
All right, so we're at another meet. I missed the group that just rolled out because I was getting gas. Oh well, but got some cars here. It's Texas 2K, man, running around the state looking for runs. I'm waiting on one car to pull up, two max maybe. Really nice cars here, no cap. A couple of GT500s, a lot of Beamers. It's nice. Carbon fiber hood, hell yeah. So we're about to go ahead and get some runs in. I believe I'm going to be running a G82, a cammed Z01 6 gen, probably a 10 speed, and then another Gen 2 VMP car, depending on spacing. We'll see. Definitely want to get it running with the Z01 and the G80, and then after that I really don't care who else I race, just for the fact that it's kind of getting late. And you know, I'm not really trying to be chasing groups around, but we're about to go to another spot, and I'm probably gonna come back here, fill up on my E85, and I'm probably gonna call this, you know, the end of my Texas 2K, just for the fact that, like, it's just kind of inconvenient doing all this. Obviously that is Texas 2K, but you know, it is what it is.
A few moments later.
That was a good fucking run. All right, it is the next day. Actually, technically 2 days later. Man, the car is filthy, absolutely filthy. Got hit with not only a dust storm, but it started to rain on my way back home to Houston. Got my homie's car here as well. Y'all, this was hands down the best Texas 2K I've been to so far. I really got to experience a ProCharged Shelby GT350 on the 8-pound/9 pound pulley combo. Now, sometime during all those runs I did get that night, the car technically broke down. Now, this is something that's happened before, and it's incredibly irritating. But as you can see here, one of the ProCharger Crank Support Bolts has made its way out. It backed out. I don't know when this happened, but I'm assuming it happened when I was running one of the cars the last night I was in Dallas. Now, this actually did go ahead and cut my Texas 2K short because I had to leave technically Saturday morning, and I was unable to be outside Saturday night, which apparently was a good night. The engine bay is completely filthy with that dust storm, so you know, that was that was kind of chalked in itself. But super annoying that this did happen. This is 100% going to be the last time that I am going to be fixing this issue. Now, it looks like it just backed out. The bolt did not snap, I don't think. I'm gonna find out later this week because I need to contact ProCharged to get another bolt. They were really hard to get in contact with the first time this happened. They didn't even send the bolts out when they said they were. I'm gonna make sure that they do send this out because I need another OEM bolt in here so I can fix this for the time being, because once this is fixed toward the end of the year, this ProCharger kit is 100% coming off this car, and we're going to be doing one of three options. Now, number one, and I'm kind of leaning toward this because I've never experienced this type of blower on a car, I'm thinking about going Whipple. If I don't go Whipple, we'll go twin turbo. And if I do want to keep the centrifugal supercharger, I will be switching to ESS. But this ProCharger kit is 110% coming off my car. I am very, very, very disappointed with the reliability and just quality of the kit. It just simply doesn't work on the Shelby GT350 platform. Now, the reason why I'm saying all this is because this isn't my first time with the ProCharger kit. I had a ProCharger kit on the black 2-valve, which I was spending to 6,000, and I had a Vortec kit on my white 2-valve Mustang that was spinning to 6,000 RPM. 6-rig setup. Obviously, with those cars, you don't need the crank support, but again, everything is working together. This is a ProCharger brand crank support, and obviously everything on the kit is ProCharger. Everything was brought new. These bolts are backing out every about 2,000 to 2,500 miles, because 2,500 miles ago is when I had this entire kit taken off to go ahead and fix the timing cover that was cracked because of this same bolt backing out and causing a belt to snap and smacking the timing cover, or breaking, coming off, and then obviously breaking the timing cover. Crack the timing cover right open. That's insane.
Yeah, so I don't know if it shows, but basically that's how.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
Wow.
Total carnage.
So I'm praying that this bolt just backed out. It doesn't really look like anything is like misaligned. It looks like, it doesn't look as even right here, but I'm just praying that the bolt just backed out and everything can just be like just pushed back in, obviously with the new bolt. But this 100% needs to get fixed. This is the last time I'm going to fix it because I'm incredibly disappointed with the quality of this ProCharger kit. Let me know down in the comment section if anybody has had issues with this, because this is by far the worst supercharger kit I've put on any car that I've owned. It's horrible. I'm just really trying to figure out how something like this continuously happens, because this kit has been off the car, like no joke, probably 3 or 4 times within the last 4,000 miles, which is really embarrassing to say in all reality for quite literally the same issue. And I just think it's a quality and a reliability issue. Now, the reason I'm saying this, again, sounds like I'm bashing, but I'm just going ahead and, you know, explaining my own personal experience. I don't think these kits work with the Shelby GT350 with the high RPMs. Obviously, spinning to 8,300, that's a lot. And with the Voodoo vibration, I just don't think the hardware and the whole bracket setup, ProCharger crank support setup that ProCharger has for this car works. This is kind of why I feel like a lot of people have left ProCharger and went straight to ESS, because I mean, I don't really see people with ESS kits having this problem, but again, I don't really see that much data on ESS cars on Shelby GT350s, which is exactly why I'm leaning on just going Whipple. Obviously, we're going to lose the strut tower, but it's not that big of a deal. I think it's time for something new. I'm going to do that toward the end of the year, because I do want to just have the car, you know, obviously boosted to enjoy during the summer, but I definitely don't want to boost the car when it's going to get crazy hot here in Houston. Man, my car is so dirty from that dust storm. I got to get my engine bay cleaned up. But that's what's going to be going down. So later on in the year, this ProCharger kit will be coming off the car. We're either going to go Whipple, we're going to go twin turbo, or maybe we go ESS. But I'm kind of leaning toward the Whipple kit because it's just something new. and I think a lot of you guys will enjoy it. You know, a lot of you guys want me to go Whipple anyway. But if I do go Whipple for like the head unit, you guys think leaving it black would look good, maybe do yellow or polished? In all reality, something is telling me that like a polished head unit would look badass, considering the fact that the wheels are like polished, and it'll be that clean and simple look. I don't know if yellow would look good. I think yellow would just be tacky in all reality. Like if like, you know, if all of this was black, you know what I'm saying, it would look good, but I don't know. I feel like I'm just gonna go polish or just, you know, black. You know what I'm saying? Just clean, simple. That's how we gonna rock. And as far as the rear tire setup with that Whipple kit, definitely gonna go ahead and get some smaller brakes, probably aerospace, and we're gonna go down to 17s, 315, 50, 17. We'll pulley the Whipple kit down, and we're gonna go right to 900 horsepower. So that's the plan toward the end of the year. I'm gonna enjoy the ProCharger kit the way it is right now. I'm not even gonna bother trying to go ahead and pulley down because I don't trust the reliability of this kit. We're gonna enjoy it, get some runs in, enjoy the car, enjoy all the noises the ProCharger kit has. But toward the end of the year, obviously when I get real busy and I'm not driving the car anyway, we're gonna get this off the car and we're gonna go ahead and put a Whipple on here. So that's gonna be most likely the plan, unless I go twin turbo. So let me know down in the comment section what y'all think, man.